The other day, a friend and I, we were on the way to Atlanta Coliseum or whatever, and it was so funny because we were sitting there, we were about to get food before we went, and she was just basically like, she like asked the question. I don't know, I don't remember exactly how she asked it. It was so goddamn funny, but she was like, "Do you ever think that like maybe you're on the spectrum or like you're neurodivergent or like something like that, like something along the lines of that?" And I just honestly, I was just taken aback. Like I was shocked. I was silent for about 2 seconds, and then I was like, honestly, yeah. And I was just shocked that she brought it up because that was like the first person that I've ever met. And she's neurodivergent too, by the way. First person that I've ever met that actually brought attention to that because I thought that for so long. And the thing is, like, these days, people are like the whole self-diagnosing shit, 2020 during that, phase everybody had where they said they had every fucking chronic illness and every goddamn any type of neurodivergency you can think of, every fucking mental health condition, everything, right? And so I always thought that I was like neurodivergent or on the spectrum to some degree, only because I think my mom probably was smoking weed or smoking cigarettes or drinking or whatever the fuck when she was pregnant with me. There's no way that she had a healthy pregnancy with me because she like didn't even want to have me anyway. But that's like a whole other thing. But I mean, that was like one of the things that just gave me like another reason to think, damn, like I think I really am on the spectrum and not on some, oh, like it's trendy to like be neurodivergent and people that are neurodivergent that get on the internet are so cool and blah 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 blah. So maybe I'm that too because I think I'm cool. I thought that I was thinking that. Me, I look so deep into like myself, into my thoughts, everything. I don't judge them. I look at my thoughts as if I am another person looking at someone else's thoughts. Okay. And so I was like, girl, saying this to myself, I was like, girl, are you saying you neurodivergent just because you just like a lot of neurodivergent people? Like, there are a lot of people that I'll find on TikTok that honestly I didn't even know who were neurodivergent at first, or maybe they make content about that, whatever it is. Like, there are a lot of creators that I do like that. You know what I mean? And a lot of neurodivergent people are known for being smart and known for having talents and known for being able to sense a lot of things and all that. And so I thought that I was just thinking that just because I wanted to seem cool. I was like, girl, like I had to step back and be like, you just trying to seem cute, you just trying to seem cool. But there's so many reasons why I think that I mean, only because, okay, I mean, I don't know. Okay, if you think about autism or if you think about anything like that, and I'm not trying to be like insensitive in any way. I should have said that at the beginning. I'm not trying to be insensitive. Bitch, I probably fucking got it. You know what I mean? So what, not got it. Okay, this is starting to get bad. But what I'm saying is, ever since I was little, I've always had special interests or whatever. Still have like the same special interest, which is just the world. Um, ever since I've had consciousness, uh, I'm pretty sure my first fucking word was China. I've been obsessed with different countries. That was my thing when I was little. That was my thing. And everyone that I grew up with and everybody that I grew up in the house with can attest. Always been obsessed with the world. And even when I moved with my dad when I was 11, I mean, he knew right off the bat. I mean, that was just my thing. The different cultures, the different foods, the different dances, even though I can't dance, whatever. And so I'm kind of just like, um, does that have correlation? Okay, so special interest thing, whatever. Then I think about, the way that I communicate with people and how people receive me. And this one girl on TikTok made this one video that was like, oh, POV. She was acting it out. She was like, POV, how people act when they realize that you're neurodivergent. And I saw like how she was acting it out, and you know how like, okay, I'm not saying I'm neurodivergent, but I'm saying that this happens to me when you start talking to somebody and they look at you like you're just fucking insane. You could be saying the most normal shit. And granted, I guess a lot of the shit that I say is not really normal. Um, I'm just kind of like a whatever. I don't care if I know you. I don't care if I don't. You know what I mean? I just say whatever the fuck. And so I was just like, bro, people give me that same goddamn look. And it's so like, bro, I don't want to show that door. It's so ghetto. And it almost feels a little like dehumanizing in a way where it's just like not like they just see you as a weirdo. Like, and this is before I even really delved into it and started really like being like, okay, well, maybe this is a possibility. This is before that. And also just feeling like I'm not able to like communicate or like be a normal human being sometimes, like around people, like social interactions for me always feel forced. I was gonna make a TikTok about it, or I am gonna make a TikTok about it, about how I don't know if it's just me, but I don't feel like a person sometimes. Like I feel like a thing. Like I don't even know what it is. I'm not gonna be like a spirit. Like shut the fuck up. I mean, we're all goddamn spirits, okay? So nothing about me saying that would be me trying to say, oh, I'm something special, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like just like a thing, like just whatever, a form of existence, cosplaying as a human being, if that makes sense. Like I don't and every social interaction for me feels like I'm filming a scene for like a series and I have a script in front of me and I forget my lines. That is what social interactions feel like for me all the time. And I always thought that the thing that I had wrong with me was social anxiety, but I think that what's different is I probably really am neurodivergent for real. And I feel like neurodivergency comes in so many different forms. Okay, I'm gonna keep saying this goddamn word, and it's pissing me off. So I know it's pissing y'all off. Shut the fuck up. But okay, but everybody has a different form of it or whatever. I was like, well, I can't be neurodivergent because I'm not sensitive to loud noises, and just like things like that that I'll hear a lot of people that are say, being sensitive to loud noises, or I will say the whole social thing, like having to act like you're happy all the time, or having to act like shit that's not funny is funny. Um, Saying hi when you walk into, well, I always do that. I'm the type of person where if you don't do that, I think that you're rude. So I do that. But just little like things that are normalized socially that people who are usually on the spectrum or neurodivergent in some kind of way absolutely fucking hate. I'm like, okay, so that may check out a little bit. Um, there was something that I was saying that was actually really interesting, but the whole person thing, okay, the social interactions, like every time I'm socializing, I'm just always looking for the right thing to say. Like I never know what's normal or what's like a person way to respond, or like a normal person way to respond to certain shit. You know what I mean? And masking, okay? I would always say, yeah, it's just because I'm masking, even though I didn't and still don't know whether I'm on the spectrum or not or whatever. But I would always be like, yeah, I'm masking. I'm masking. And that would just be me referring to like, oh, I'm just not showing my real personality, or I'm not whatever. But masking is something that people actually do with neurodivergency. And the more that I think about it and the more that I just grow into my adult life and talk to people and interact, and I observe shit so heavily. Sorry, I keep stirring this. I'm just waiting for the goddamn pan to heat up. Shit is taking forever. I can like feel it when I'm like letting it down or letting it off. Like I can feel when I'm like playing the character that I always play every day, which is just being a person. And I could feel when I'm like, okay, bitch, like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm so done. Like I'm just gonna be me. Like I'm just gonna be me, whatever. And people are always like, you're so unserious. You're so unserious. I think I'm just honest. That's it. And I think that people think that it's like funny or it's something comedic or it's something that I'm trying to do. Speaking of funny, I was on the phone with my best friend last night and she was like, oh my God, you're literally the funniest person ever. You're the funniest person ever. Oh my God. And when people say that I'm funny, and these, okay, especially recently with social interactions I've been having or whatever, I honestly don't think I'm funny. It's so hard for me to fit in any group, any social situation. Anytime there's more than two people and then I'm in there, then I'm playing the character. I'm like, okay, now I gotta like get into character and be like a normal person. You know what I mean? Every now and then, and I'm the type of person where when I tell jokes, it's for me to laugh. Like, I don't know if anybody else does that, but genuinely, I make myself laugh so hard. Like, I just do shit that only I would get. And so sometimes it doesn't even come off as a joke, but to me, it's so funny. And so whenever I do, let's say, make people laugh, it's never because like I'm a funny person. I just think that I sound stupid and sound funny saying and doing a lot of things. Like I look stupid doing a lot of things, and so of course that's gonna be funny. I sound stupid saying a lot of things. Of course that's gonna be funny. But I don't think that I really have a sense of humor. Like I think I have a sense of humor, yes, but not one that anyone in this world will like ever really understand. I think the only person that actually really understands fuck. The only person that really understands my sense of humor is my best friend. Dead ass. Because she's known me for years and years and years and she has the context. I don't know why the fuck I made these goddamn pancakes, bro. So it's one of those things where again the whole social thing, like the whole social aspect of it, it's just kind of like I don't know. And I always just feel like a weirdo. Like I don't ever feel normal around other people. Fuck. I don't ever feel normal around other people. I just kind of feel like a weirdo. I always feel like an outcast, even in places where I'm supposed to fit in. I don't ever feel like I fit in, or I don't ever feel like I'm not acting. You know what I mean? And I honestly, when she asked me the question, I wasn't offended. I, for once, felt seen. You know, my friend, you know, she's neurodivergent. I even asked her, I was like, wait, girl, are you neurodivergent? She was like, yeah. She was like, that's how I could notice. And she was like, you couldn't tell just because I'm just so loud or whatever. Because, you know, she is loud, but that doesn't bother me. I mean, those are the kind of people that I like to be around. You see that? Because I'm the same way. Okay, girl, don't be self-diagnosing. It is not 20, it's 2026. It's not 2020. But I'm saying that to myself. Don't be self-diagnosing or whatever, because I used to be quick to do that. Like, I used to think that I had everything. But that was one of those moments where I was like, wow, like somebody sees me. And like the way she asked, it wasn't even non-judgmental. I could tell that she was genuine. It was like inquisitive. Like she was genuinely like, you know, is we, and I'm like, girl, we probably like the fuck. Like, I don't know. And I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or whatever, but also just like the whole, like, I think I'm a very intelligent person. I really think I am. And the thing about neurodivergency is people mistake that as not being smart. I have so much knowledge and I'm always wanting to gain more knowledge about, it could be about the most random topic, okay? Like I get little hyper fixations on all types of shit. One of them being the world, one of them being cultures, you know, like, or one of them being the world and cultures, or being you know, learning a new skill. Like learning Spanish was, I guess, like my whole hyperfixation for the last 5 years. Then when I started making music in Spanish, it was like, okay, I need to crack this code and I need to get good at this skill. And I'm good at it. You know what I mean? Like my brain can do things like that. So I don't know, y'all, but yeah, that's just kind of how I feel. You know, I don't feel like a normal person. I don't really fit in with anyone. Sometimes when I think about it, it makes me sad because I know that I have, you know, a lot to offer, and, you know, I know that I'm a good person. And the reason why I know that is because it's taken real physical work for me to be a good person. Because I could seriously be the worst person ever. Like with the kind of thoughts that I have and the kind of just cynical, pessimistic belief system that I've adopted, it takes effort for me to be a good person by whose fucking standard, bitch. But whatever. Okay. So yeah, like if you're neurodivergent watching this video, please, you know, like give me some insight. I'm in no way trying to like offend anyone or anybody's community, because maybe I'm just not. Like, what if like they're like, bitch, you are not one of us. You can never. Yeah, bro. And I also think that I try too hard. People say I'm funny, but I think that I try. Like if I'm funny, and if I make people laugh by not doing something that looks stupid, or by not doing something that saying something that sounds stupid, I feel like at that point I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not a stupid ass and I'm funny, then I'm like, okay, that was effort that I put in to tell that joke. I don't know, y'all. Y'all know what I mean? Probably not, but that's completely okay though. That's completely okay. Because this is just my space for me to, chat. And if you feel, inclined at all to hate, love, whatever you want to do, that's your prerogative. It is crazy because the months and months ago, or maybe a year ago or about 2 years ago, I don't remember, but I was talking to my best friend. I don't remember if she was still here because she moved to Seattle, or if we were on the phone or whatever. But I remember telling her, like, girl, like, there has to be something with me. You know what I mean? Like, and of course, I'm not gonna say, what I said, but I was just like, there's something going on. And she was like, no, there's not. Like, she was like, Jordan, like, for real, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, there is something different. Like, there, I mean, I'm not a normal person. And no, it's not like I'm trying to say that I'm like the birthday or nothing, but I'm saying like, there's just something, I don't want to say off because then again, I don't want it to offend other people if I'm going off of the whole thing where I think that I'm neurodivergent. There's nothing off about that. If anything, I think neurodivergent people probably the normal people, but normal by whose fucking standards again. But I'm like, it's just a different vibe. And I also think again, and I said this in another video, I don't remember, it may have been 5 videos ago, it may have been 20 videos ago, where I was like, I think people also give me that weird look and approach me weirdly because they expect me to be a certain way. They see me externally and think my personality, like people put me in a box. And so when I'm not exactly like that, and when I start speaking about certain stuff, or when I go on tangents about certain stuff, or when I uncover like some kind of unhidden truth, or uncover hidden knowledge, or just something on my subconscious, because I feel like a lot of things that I communicate always come from my subconscious. And people will just look at me like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know exactly the look that I'm talking. If you know, bro, if you know, you fucking know. That's why it kind of had me like, okay, well, maybe I'm not, just because people have this preconceived notion of who I am. Again, social media and just everything that is, you can see everything. You're being surveilled 24/7. Everybody is just being watched all the time. And so the amount of times that people have compared me to a fucking TikToker or a fucking YouTuber or any other public figure that's gay and has a big personality. So maybe it's one of those situations where they put me in that box before knowing who I really am, or before having an actual fucking conversation with me. And then once they realize that I don't fit into whatever image that they had in their head about me, then that's when they're like, oh, okay, like, yeah, you're a weirdo, or yeah, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. I just hate people so much, like, I just cannot deal, but, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep going on about this. I gotta upload this video. I guess I've just kind of reached a point where I've, I'm kind of done with wanting to be accepted by society, or wanting to not be seen a certain way that I personally deep down inside deem as negative, or I don't ever want to minimize the qualities that make me me, like the good qualities, minimize those and make it like, okay, yeah, well, if everybody else thinks that I'm this way, then I don't know, girl, I don't, but yeah, I'm about to eat. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and thank you for hanging out with me and just listening for a little while. We're I'm one of those people where when it comes to a certain topic, like, I want this video to be like 3 hours long. I really do, because I feel like I could say a lot about it. Like, I always have more to say about it. And so I feel like once I upload it, I'm gonna be like, fuck, I should have said that. So I'm just gonna let y'all know we're gonna go through this together, and we're gonna see. We probably gonna get a little test or whatever, just to like see, girl. Like, I gotta go and see. Driving you crazy anytime you like. Whoa. You're wondering, I have a sinus infection again, or whatever the hell. I don't even know if it's a sinus infection. It's just like, I woke up from a nap when the other day, yesterday, I don't fucking know. All the days are mashing together. Sometimes I wake up. But I woke up and one of my nostrils was fucking clogged up. I was like, oh shit, here we fucking go again. Because last month I was going through the same shit, except I thought that I was gonna die at one point, but it's okay.